what the hell just happened, man. We got motherfuckers back on this shit. Figured I'd just finish out this joint real quick before I got off. Must have happened like right whenever I got up to go hit that fucking fan. We back, what the fuck? I don't know what the hell happened, man. Got ashes on this damn joint. Minor setback, hell yeah, man. Like I said, if you join the Discord, I will show you my leather steamrollers. Hell yeah, man, just send a couple pictures on that sucker. I'll get on there in a second and look at it. It's pretty cool though, you got like straight fucking leather steamrollers though. Have your own strain, what would you name it? I have no idea. What was I about to do? Oh yeah, look at the Discord real quick. What's one funny thing you remember about high school? Bunch of shit. I robbed that motherfucker in 8th grade, got expelled. I fought the principal in 9th grade, got expelled. Then they let me come back a little bit later, and then I got expelled again. I don't know, man. I'd do whatever the fuck I wanted to up in that bitch. Some teachers loved my ass, and some of them hated me. You fought the principal. Hell yeah, man. That motherfucker put me in a headlock, son of a bitch. I didn't take my hood off, and he was like, Chat, what does it say? Chat dried in a nun, pussy. Tell the fight story. Alright, man, I go ahead and tell it to you before we get on out of this branch. Alright, so, I was at school. It was lunch. I could leave for lunch. Like, I would go with my homies in the parking lot, and then we would just dip out, go to McDonald's, wherever the fuck we wanted to go eat at or whatever. But anyways, so I got my hood on. It was kind of cold outside, so I got my hood on, and I'm probably about 20-30 feet from the door. And I'm just walking by the lunchroom. There's already people all in the lunchroom. There's still people in the hallway where I'm at, walking and everything. So I walked by my principal, and he's a bitch-ass motherfucker. And he was like, Dabba, take your... He said my real name, but he was like, Dabba, take your hood off. I was like, nah, man, I'm about to walk out the door right there. And I pointed to the door, and so I just kept walking. Then, so I got maybe 10 feet from where I was at whenever he said that shit, and then I heard like some little feet running up behind me. So right as I'm about to turn around, this motherfucker puts me in a headlock. So he got me in a damn headlock. So I like got like my arm behind him or whatever, and I'm trying to like pull my fucking head. I didn't have dreads or nothing then. I just had like short ass hair, like probably like this fucking long or something. So I ended up getting my head out. He never like tried to swing on me. He just started like grabbing me. But I was swinging on his ass. I caught him a couple times. Then I remember I kept yelling. I was just like, get the fuck off of me. Get the fuck off of me. I kept yelling that shit. And then because he was like just swarming me, man. Like I couldn't do anything. Like I could barely see anything around me because this motherfucker was all on top of me. So I ended up pushing his ass, getting him off of me. He probably got about 4 feet away from me, and then I looked around, and then like there's fucking like everybody from like the whole damn school like surrounding us and shit. And then he like the whole time we were fighting, he just kept yelling, while I'm yelling, get the fuck off of me, he just kept yelling my real name. But he would say, Dabba, you're done. Dabba, you're done. Dabba, you're done. He just kept yelling that shit, like saying it over and over. And so they brought the police up there. They brought in the liaisons officer, which was related to me, like on down the line or whatever, from like distant cousins and shit. And then at my school, there's so many people up there, probably like some of y'all schools, they have multiple principals for like 9th grade, multiple principals for like 10th grade. So they brought all the fucking principals up in that bitch. So I'm sitting there. They brought the police up in there and shit. So I tell the same story. I was like, this motherfucker come up behind me, put me in a damn headlock and shit. So they look at the tape and everything, see what happened. I still got in trouble because it was my I didn't get in trouble for fighting him. They just said that I was getting in trouble for cussing, and which it didn't matter because once you get suspended 16 different times, which that was my 16th suspension anyways, just because I would do dumb shit, be smoking cigarettes at school. One time I told the teacher I was going to squirt hand sanitizer on her. They brought the police up in there. They said I threatened the teacher and shit. I was like, man, y'all motherfucker. I was just laughing at him then. I was like, for real. If anything, that's what I told him. I was like, if anything, that's going to help her ass out a little. I didn't say ass. I was like, that's going to help her out a little bit because that's sanitizing. But so I couldn't go to 16 times, man. I remember I went in there with my mom and they brought out this paper of like all the days I had missed, and then like all the highlighted days were like suspension days, and it was like 3 fucking pages and shit. And they my mom was mad as hell because she didn't know that I got suspended that many times, because I had done found out that they wouldn't call her because she never gave them her phone number or whatever. And so I would go to the mailbox right whenever the mail dropped. I'll be out there looking and shit. I run to the mailbox, grab that letter out, and throw it in the fucking manhole that's like right beside our mailbox back in the day. And she would never find out about it. But towards the end, I think old boy was catching on, so he started suspending me until parent-teacher conference. And then so I would be suspended. I wouldn't go for a day, and I would just show up the next day, and he'd be like, where's your mom? And I was like, bro, I told you my mom's not coming on here. She fucking got to work. She's already at work. She ain't taking off to come up here and deal with your ass. So just gonna have to deal with me, man. I'm up here now. So he would start trying to call my damn mama. So eventually he got her damn phone number, and he would like start calling her ass. So Dabby, you're done. Hell yeah, man, that's just what the fuck he just kept yelling. I dropped out halfway through freshman year. How'd you drop out halfway through freshman year, boy? How the fuck old was you? So I couldn't drop out whenever all this shit went down, because I was either 15 or 16. I can't remember, but one of them. But so you get expelled. You can't go to any school in that school district anymore. So I had to go to a private school, which my parents had to pay like fucking $350 a month or whatever, for me to go there. And it was like, like I said, I ain't hating on nobody, but boy, there was a stack of tards up in there. I ain't even gonna lie to you, boy. I'll be up in there, we in math class now, I'll be in there about 3 hours. And these sack of tards, they would be in there, and the bitch would go over a problem. And the teacher, and I ain't hating, she had multiple sclerosis. She was in one of them wheelchairs, like, and her husband would bring like fucking a handful of pills halfway through class, and then she would just be like, zap the fuck out. Couldn't even, this bitch can't fucking do no math problems. But anyways, them dumbass kids, man. I don't know if they were just doing it on purpose to fuck the lady up or something like that. But if they did, that was genius, because they would just be like, I don't understand still. And the bitch would go over to the problem for like another 30 minutes to an hour. Right after she get done, they would be like, I don't understand. I just like, man, I'm going to fuck sleep. So I go to sleep, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. This is probably one of the things I feel most bad about in my life. I was sitting in there, man. I was asleep. They would leave me in the classroom by myself. I wouldn't go to recess or whatever the fuck they would do. I wouldn't go to. They would let the older kids in my class and up go leave for lunch. I didn't know none of them kids, so I was like, I ain't trying to hang out with these motherfuckers. So I just go to sleep. I ain't even eat, man. I just go to fucking sleep up in that bitch. So one day I woke up, I seen the bench left a purse over there, and I stole some money out of it. And then another bitch got in trouble for it. But I think the other bitch actually stole a check. I was like, bitch, why you gonna steal a check? You can't cash a check. Get the cash. But that's probably one of the worst things I feel bad about. Now I robbed a bitch. But anyways, then at school that I thought the principal said I could come back. I went back to there after maybe like 5 or 6 months being at the other school. I went back, but I had to sign this contract thing. Like I can't get rode up. I have to have my ID every day. Can't be late. A bunch of fucking bullshit. So I was good for about a month. Old Stinky Garrett, this son of a bitch. This motherfucker smelled like dirty trash or something like that. I don't know, man. This motherfucker stunk. But he sat in front of me in biology class. And I don't know why the fuck they did this. They put me in the same classroom. I think they did it on purpose just to get me back out of this motherfucker. Because they put me in one of the same classrooms as one of the teachers that didn't like me already. And because one day she bent over, this fat bitch bent over, and sorry about that, but like I said, I ain't hating on nobody. This bitch was big and she was mean, so I can call her a fat bitch. But she bent over and fucking ripped her pants like from right at the front, like, you know how it's like a little strip like around the top or whatever, right up to there all the way to the front, man. And I stood up and I said, look at that shit, and I was just laughing like hell. And she actually started crying and shit, and like left and didn't come back for the rest of the day. I don't even think she came back for like 2 or 3 days. But anyways, man, so the bitch already don't like me. Stinky Garrett ain't got his ID. He wants to borrow my ID because you can just like flash the ID. She says you got it. She just writes it down that you're there or whatever. So I handed it to him. He was supposed to hand it back to me. I was gonna flash it back up. This stupid motherfucker. He needed to be at that damn school, man. But anyways, he didn't pass the shit back to me, man. And so she was like, oh, so you don't have your ID? That's alright now. And so she wrote me up, and I was telling her, I was like, I got my ID. I wasn't going about to snitch on the homie, you know what I'm saying? It's either I'm about to get in trouble or this motherfucker better hand me my ID back. But some girls that was sitting beside, this bitch has done been pregnant 3 times and she was in the 9th grade. And she was so fucking tiny, dude. Tiniest little black girl ever. Probably like, I don't know, she was so fucking tiny. I already done had 3, she was pregnant, about to bust. I'm talking about, this shit was like, it was like if I had this damn Pokeball right on my damn belly. But and she was like, Garrett had his ID, Miss Brown. And fucking fat ass Miss Brown, man. She was like, I don't care. And I even went over there and I was like, I got it now. And she was like, I don't care that you got it now. So she still wrote me up. I was like, you really still gonna write me up? And she said, yeah. She handed me the slip. I was like, alright. So I went like this and just got my hands and just went, just knocked all her shit off her fucking front desk that she was sitting at. And then you could see her eyes whenever I did that, like, and then I like went to the door. I just grabbed that bitch and went boom, boom, boom. I bet everybody was like, this crazy ass motherfucker. But I slammed that motherfucker probably about 5 or 6 times. And I just walked up to the principal's office, told him what happened. Stayed for the rest of that day and then never went back. And then I got this shit called make good money off YouTube. Not off YouTube, man, off Instagram, really. I don't really make shit off YouTube. They won't let me monetize my videos. I just get a bunch of free shit for doing YouTube, you know what I'm saying? But hey, if you look on my regular videos, I got that little tip jar down there. Hook a brother up. But hell yeah, man. I was homeschooled till 18. Now I'm trying Turn my passion into my career, which is skateboarding. I don't regret a thing. Hell yeah. Oh, man. I've been skateboarding since I was fucking little as hell. Have to skate with you one day. But hell yeah, homies, I guess I'm about to get on out of here. But if you still want to hit me up on Snapchat, Yo Dabba Dabba, Instagram, Yo Dabba Dabba 420, no spaces in none of them. But hell yeah, homies, hope you like this video. Hope you're smoking on some good. Hope you're having a good day. Later.